Everybody, be Rock City 1 here. Sunday afternoon, burning, boiling hot here in Florida. Got the young ones up in here. They'll be going out for a little flight here shortly. But enough of that. Gentleman by Ham's Flight Kitbox was tagging everybody up on YouTube. Tagged me in Tipperman26. I'm gonna be the first one to tag or reply back to the tag. He was asking about, well, he was saying a little something about himself, the history on how he got into the birds, and also what he flies. He flies to homers. He has some flights. I fly homers. I have flights up in New York City. We grew up in New York City, Lower East Side, Manhattan. Remember going to PS 20, Anna Silva School. PS 22, which was the high school, right next door. We went to the elementary school. And up in New York City, that's where we grew up, Lower East Side, Manhattan. We lived in Orchard Street and Rivington, Ludlow. Then soon after that, we moved over to the projects. We moved to Baruch Street. Right there out of the window, I could see Domino Sugar Plant. Oh, what can I tell you? Me and my brother Johnny, Tipperman266. Been at the pigeon game since we were kids. I remember as a kid leaving school actually, after school, going to an abandoned church across the street. Me and my brother, or should I say my brother and I, used to go up into the church. It was condemned, caught fire, an old Catholic church. We used to go all the way to the roof, all the way to the top. Used to catch all the strays. Look at the babies being bred in the rubble. And long and behold, as we got, grown up, having to see the pigeons, and then on top of the rooftops, had an old Italian guy up above. Right across was an old Polish guy. And then right across the street from that was an old Jewish guy. These were all homer flyers. And next door, long and behold, there was a Chinese kid named White Tuck. He had the tipplers. But we grew up with pigeons. We had them all our lives since we were kids. I want to say since we were like 5 or 6 years old. One of my aunts gave us a pair of birds that were fantails, and then we got other type of pigeons, and then we got into the tipplers. We had tipplers up in New York, and we've been doing it ever since. I mean, these pigeons right here, this is my passion right here, the homers. And of course, Tipperman266, he loves his tipplers. He loves performing birds like that. Me, on the other hand, I like competition. I like recognition. I like to see what the birds do. And that's about it. That's all I can say. Here it is. Years later, we still messing with the birds. We're married, we got kids, got our jobs, our lives, and we still make room and time for the birds. Ham's Kitbox, hey, keep doing what you're doing. Hey, keep going at it with the homers. You'll be successful. Remember, be consistent with your birds. Treat your birds good, they'll treat you good. And on one last note, man, that one other guy, there's a lot of people out there on YouTube that take their pigeons seriously. Hams takes his birds seriously. John J, Skywatcher, I watch his videos too as well. Awesome dude, knows his stuff about the rollers, knows about breeding, knows about feeding, he knows about training. And that guy right there, John J, I think if he got into a club racing homers, that guy would be a competitive guy, very competitive. Same thing like Tipperman. Tipperman266, he takes his tipplers very seriously. And, what can I say? But on the last note, a lot of guys out there on YouTube they fly birds, they have their pigeons, have their lofts, you know. Hey, much love for you people. Us as pigeon fanciers, we have to take care of our birds, take care of our families. It's a serious sport, you know, regardless whether it's fancy or competition-wise. You know, some of these homers, you know, these are young. These are very young homers. This year, I'm not too happy with the young ones for some reason. But we'll see what happens, you know. Like I said, I got a small team. And I want to give them hell. Thanks to George Mandereloff. Check out his YouTube videos. Mandera, I've done a couple videos with him. Just got back from a good friend of mine, my old partner, Steve the Bat. He sends birds out to the West Coast. I send them out too. This year I didn't send any. Had a couple guys bugging me to go ahead and send some, but it's a nice pie right there. I just went out the window. But anyways, you know, for everybody out there watching on YouTube and likes looking at the videos and inquiring and doing whatever, keep your pigeons healthy. Keep them flying. Know people. Branch out in a nice way, you know, communicate. Be humble. You know, I try to help out a lot of guys. I mean, I have a lot of guys. If I had time to go through the list of all the guys that I speak with on every other day basis, and what can I say? Pigeon mumble. That's what we do, pigeon mumble. We exchange information. We talk about what we're doing. We talk about what we're gonna do, what we would like to have, what we see, our interest in best in the birds. You know, this is one hobby that takes a lot of time, sometimes a lot more time than you wanna give into it because your family suffers sometimes. I remember many years racing the homers. I would have to give up certain parties and get-togethers. I had to come home early, cut it short for myself, and had to let the birds out, train them, and so forth and so on. And my wife would get a little frustrated, but when I win, especially if I have money birds involved, and she wins, I win, mama wins. And if mama's happy, everybody's happy. Always remember that, guys. If your wife, your girlfriend, your spouse, whatever, is happy, then everybody's going to be happy. But here we go. The Ham's Kit Box. Little about Tipperman 266 to myself. We come from New York City, Lower East Side, Manhattan. A lot of the other guys I spoke to on the phone, they know me, know where I'm from. And we've been involved with the pigeons ever since we were kids. And what can I say, you know? Everybody stay blessed. Be humble. Love yourself. Love your family. Even love your enemies, for that matter. Just got back from my buddy Steve. He gifted me this beautiful blue bar. He was gonna stock it, and long and behold, he said, you know what, I want you to race it. Let me see if I can get a better angle view of this pigeon. Let me get it in the sunlight right here. It's a beautiful blue bar. It's a little hen. And what can I say? Keep them flying. All right, B-Rock 681. Ham's Kit Box. Also Skywatcher. Also a lot of you guys out there. My boy Homestead Piper, another great guy. George Mandereloff. Poopy, Living Life. Also another good friend of mine. Lives in Georgia. Has tipplers. You know, Red, Colorado. Outlaws Loft. Also another great guy. Too many people to list, on and on and on. We can go on for about another hour or so. Old Man Danny on the homers, another great guy. What can I say? Old Man Tonino, Marvin, locally. You know, I got so many people in my mind. It's unbelievable how many people I've met through the pigeon game. And you know, back then we didn't have the internet. We didn't have video recording. We didn't have all that. The only way you was going to meet somebody is if you put an ad in the paper. And you put the paper out there. You put in the pigeon bulletin. Everybody remembers the pigeon bulletin. If you're a racer, a fancier, you always wrote, you paid for your little paragraph and you put your ad in the paper, pigeon bulletin. But what can I say? B-Rock 681 on a Sunday. On my work clothes. Just been doing a little yard work. Messing with the birds. Went by my buddy Steve's house. Got another pigeon. But keep them flying. Race them. Fly your birds. If you're a fancy guy, take care of them. If you enjoy your birds, do whatever it takes to take care of them. And what can I say? Just keep, and share the love. When somebody shares you love, you share it right back. Share it to somebody else. Share it to somebody new. By all means, keep the sport alive, whether it's keeping pigeons or racing homers. At the end of the day, it's a win-win situation for everybody. Anyways, B-Rock 681, I'm off for this.